Johnson, Rosario Chicanti, Sean Daly, and Jamie Bueller. The reserves for the Blazers, number 35, Meg Spurra. Number 24, Brittany Spurra. Number 17, Mary Kate Marino. Number 9, Grace Cortina. Number 7, Taylor Lang. Number 1, Gabby Smart. Number 13, Francesca Tenera. And the starting lineup for the Blazers. Leading off, number 10, shortstop Abby Ramirez. Playing center field, number 8, Amanda Ramirez. Number 15, playing right field, Nicole Evans. Cleanup hitter, second baseman, number 21, Vivi Castellano. Designated player, number 16, Laura Eichel. Number 30, first baseman, Aaron Baldwin. Playing left field, number 4, Gianna Canuti. Catching for the Blazers, number 25, Monica Garcia. Number 6, third base, Taylor Golden. And pitching for the Blazers, number 14, Chase McShane. For the home team, the Lady Knights of Breese Modern Day High School, who ended the game with a record of 24 wins and 10 losses. Please meet head coach Jeff Hood, who has a career record of 236 wins, 154 losses, and 1 tie over 16 years. Assistant coaches, James Arnold, Jessica Foot. And the reserves for the Lady Knights, number 27, Jessica Draghi. Number 17, Casey Eder. Number 12, Mallory Dempsey. Number 7, Allie Pinkerhouse. And number 6, Christina White. And now the starters for the Lady Knights. Leading off, number 2, left fielder, Alex Roden. Playing right field, number 14, Lacey Albert. Shortstop, number 11, Alexa Becker. Pitching for the Lady Knights, number 44, Heather Deering. Designated player, number 20, Teresa Shoemaker. Number 10, center fielder, Courtney Bainhouse. Catching for the Lady Knights, number 15, Amber Timmerman. Number 8, third baseman, Katie Hughes. Second baseman, number 21, Lauren Dedemeyer. And first baseman, number 9, Larissa Bowie. Ladies and gentlemen.
And good morning. Welcome to the Eastside Center at East Peoria for the final weekend of the high school softball season of the 2009-2010 school year. I'm Bo Spencer for IHSA.TV. Our first Class 3A semifinal pits Breese Modern Day against Trinity High School out of River Forest. The home team will be the Trinity Blazers, and they play out of the Chicago area, come in with a 33-5 record. That's a school record for wins, breaking last year's mark of 25 victories, advancing to the the Super Sectionals. Breese Mater Dei, down in the St. Louis area, has an enrollment of 854.7 students, and their head coach is Deb Foote, making her second stint as the head coach at Mater Dei. Her first stint took her from the 1979-80 school year through the 84-85 season, and then 2000-2001 to present. Trinity's head coach is Bob Osborne. He's a Chicago police officer by day. Trinity will bat first. Leading off is Abby Ramirez, a 5'2" freshman. She'll play at shortstop, batting .557 this season, 48 runs scored, 29 RBI, and she has 18 extra base hits, 4 home runs this season. Ramirez watched her older sister, who's batting second, Amanda Ramirez, last year advance to the Super Sectionals. First pitch coming up high and outside. Starting pitcher today for Mater Dei, the 24-10 Knights, Heather Deering. Deering kicks some dirt off the pitcher's rubber. Eyes in the 1-0 pitch. To leadoff hitter Abby Ramirez of the Trinity Blazers. Hit to shortstop, the throw to first, in time for out number 1. Play made by Alexa Becker over to the first baseman, which is Larissa Maui, the flex player today for Mater Dei. Amanda Ramirez eyes in, a left-handed hitter, swings on the first pitch from Deering, and it's an 0-1 count. Amanda, the older sister, batting .508 this season, 55 runs scored, 24 RBI. Digs back in. Here's the 0-1 from Deering. Down the middle, and it's fouled back into the fence behind home plate. An 0-2 count to Amanda Ramirez. On deck, Nicole Evans, the freshman right fielder. One away here at the top of the first inning. First Class 3A semifinal of the morning. Breese Mater Dei against River Forest Trinity. An 0-2 count against Ramirez. Heather Deering's 0-2 pitch. Strikes her out looking. 2 away here in the first inning, which brings up Nicole Evans. Evans, just a freshman, one of 2 freshmen in this lineup. Also a sophomore for Trinity. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed by Nicole Evans. Plays ASA ball for the Illinois Chill, batting .475 this season. An 0-1 count. She holds off. The 0-1 pitch coming up from Heather Deering with 2 outs at the top of the first inning. Swung on and fouled back above the catcher's mask into the fence. An 0-2 on Nicole Evans. .365, the lowest batting average on this River Forest Trinity lineup. They've come in with 8 straight victories. Beat Guerin Prep 14-1 in the Super Sectional at Judson University. The 0-2 pitch is down low, it misses. It's a 1-2 count on Nicole Evans. 2 outs, top of the first inning. Trinity, the home team, or the visiting team, excuse me. High pop fly, just in the inner outfield into left field, caught for the 3rd out. It's a 1-2-3, top of the first inning. Breese Mater Dei will bat here in the bottom of the first inning, coming right up. And welcome back to the Eastside Center at Mizuno Field. It was a 1-2-3, top of the first inning. Now, Breese Mater Dei bats here in the bottom of the first. It'll be Alex Robin, the junior left fielder, followed by Lacey Albers and the shortstop Alexa Becker in the 3 spot. Chase Machane, the freshman on the mound, 5'4", throws in the first pitch, which is popped up for a pop fly out into shallow center field, out number 1. Robin put away by the Trinity center fielder, Amanda Ramirez, the senior. Lacey Albers is a senior right fielder for Mater Dei. She's hitting .375 this season. Has 1 home run on the year. First pitch by Machane is a little wild outside, gets away. It's a 1-0 count to Lacey Albers. Machane this season, 23-5 record, a 1.95 ERA, and 157 2/3 innings pitched. Here's the 1-0 from Machane, a freshman. It's just outside, 2-0. 91 strikeouts this year for Machane. Allowed 121 hits in those 157 plus innings. Here's the 2-0 from Machane. That one just misses. A 3-0 count on Lacey Albers, a senior right fielder. 3-0 pitch coming up with one away here in the bottom of the first inning. That pitch right down the middle for a 3-1 count. Breese Mater Dei comes in. 24-10, that's a school record. Both teams setting school records here in 2010 for victories. The 3-1 pitch, outside walks her. First base runner of the ball game, Lacey Albers, reaching via the base on balls, which brings up the number 3 spot, Alexa Becker, a junior shortstop. Her on-base percentage around .640 this season, batting .500. She has 18 extra base hits, including 6 home runs. One away here in the bottom of the first. Machane's pitch down low, ball 1. Becker 92 at-bats, 46 hits this season. Here's the 1-0 from Machane. That's hit back, and that's going to be a base hit. And Albers reaches second. She's going to make the run to third. Throw is going to be long, and Albers is going to come around to score, but it takes a bounce off the fence. She still will score, and Becker advances to third on the overthrow. So a run is in by Lacey Albers on the air, making it 1-0, Mater Dei at the bottom of the first inning. Base hit for Becker, advances to third on the error. Brings up the pitcher, Heather Deering, with a runner on third, 1 out, 1-0. Machane's pitch up high, just misses, 1-0. Chase Machane, just a freshman for River Forest Trinity. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swung on, that's a high pop fly into foul territory, and it will drop out of the outstretched arms of the River Forest Trinity right fielder Nicole Evans. We've got a breeze blowing slightly out of the west, it looks like. Flags just kind of ever so gently waving out beyond center field. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Machane, and that's going to be ball 2. 2-1 count on Heather Deering. She's a .349 hitter, 19 RBI. She'd like her 20th with a runner on third base. 2-1 pitch. Just outside, it's 3-1. Alexa Becker over at third. And that was a strike. It's a 2-2 count. Just painted that outside corner. 2-2 pitch coming up from Chase Machane. One away here in the first inning. That one up high, just misses. 3-2, full count to Deering. Becker over at third base. 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Mater Dei with a 1-0 lead. And the 3-2 coming from Machane. That's hit back to the pitcher, gets through. That's going to be an RBI single for Heather Deering. 2-0 Mater Dei. Scoring from third base, Alexa Becker. That brings up Teresa Schumacher, and Coach Bob Osborne goes out to the pitcher's circle, brings the infield in, talking things over as the Trinity Blazers giving up 2 runs here in the first inning. 1 out, and the batter will be Teresa Schumacher, a sophomore. She's the DP, batting .276. So Trinity breaks their huddle. Machane readies to face Schumacher. Her battery made Monica Garcia behind the plate. Courtesy runner is in. That's Mallory Mensing, who's running for Mater Dei at first base. Schumacher digs in to face Machane. .276, 5 runs, 7 RBI. First pitch swung on. It's a high pop fly into right field, and that will be caught by Evans in right field for the second out. So 2 outs, bottom of the first inning, a 2-0 score, and Courtney Venhouse, the junior center fielder, steps up to the plate, batting .208 this season in 34 games played, 101 at-bats. She scored 12 times and knocked in 10. First pitch from Machane, up high, misses. We've got a 1-0 count on Venhouse. Runner on first, Mensing, the courtesy runner. Machane readies, here's the 1-0. Swung on down the third baseline, just foul. Evens up the count, 1-1 with 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning, 2-0 Mater Dei. One pitch coming up from Machine. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's down low. It misses to Venhouse. 2-1 count. Machine earlier this season beat the defending state champions, Loyola Academy. That was a 13-5 win for Trinity. Swung on and hit just over the glove of Machine. That's going to roll into center field. A base hit for Venhouse. And advances Mensing over to second. And brings up the catcher, Amber Timmerman. So runners on first and second base for the Mater Dei Knights. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Timmerman, a .225 hitter. She's got 20 hits, 13 runs, 10 RBI, 10 extra base hits this season. Machine to Timmerman. First pitch swung on and missed in 0-1. Mater Dei has really been tested in the postseason. No game throughout the entire postseason has been decided by more than 2 runs. That pitch swung on. It's a chopper to the pitcher's circle, and the throw to first is made by Machine. 3 hits, 2 runs, and an error by Mater Dei gives them a 2-0 lead as we head to the second inning from the IHSA Class 3A semifinals. And welcome back to Mizuno Field at the Eastside Center. We start the second inning between the Trinity Blazers and the Mater Dei Knights. River Forest Trinity's Vivi Castellanos will lead off, a 5'9" senior second baseman. She'll be followed in the lineup by Laura Eichenold, and Aaron Baldwin will bat third here in the second inning. Mater Dei scored twice in that first inning on 3 hits and an error. Castellanos digs in, hitting .545. The first pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Castellanos hit a 2-run triple and a 3-run home run in the Super Sectional win over Garin Prep. That was a 14-1 victory in the Supers this week. The 0-1 pitch swung on, strike 2. Castellanos has 61 runs knocked in, 40 runs scored this year for the Blazers. 0-2 from Heather Deering. Swung on, popped back into the fence. Stays alive at 0-2. Heather Deering almost unemotional out there in the pitcher's circle. Very calm, poised. She readies for the 0-2 pitch to Vivi Castellanos. Swung on, that one fouled back into the fence. 2 consecutive foul balls back into the fence behind home plate by Castellanos. Power hitter, 14 home runs, 15 doubles this season for the Blazers. She eyes in to face the 0-2 pitch from Deering. Swung on and missed, gets her striking out, the second K for Heather Deering today. That brings up Laura Eichenold, 5'4" senior. She's the DP for the Blazers with 1 away here at the top of the second inning. First pitch to Eichenold. It's taken for strike 1. .478 hitter is Eichenold, 18 runs, 13 RBI, has a home run and 3 doubles. Here's the 0-1 from Deering. That one's up high and inside, misses a 1-1 count. One out here in the second inning. The 1-1 pitch from Deering. Swung on, that one's fouled back. Hits the building on top of us. Has a 1-2 count for Laura Eichenold. 2-0 score, Mater Dei. That one, check swing. And it's called a ball, 2-2. 2-2 count on Eichenold. Deering eyes in, here's the 2-2 pitch, and that one's inside. As Eichenold brushes back just a bit. 3-2 count with 1 out here in the second. And the pitch swung on, that one's fouled back. Hits the roof, bounces back. The ground's in front of us, a couple bleachers set up behind home plate. The 3-2 from Deering swung on. That's going to be caught by a diving Alexa Becker. What a play by Becker at shortstop for the second out of the inning. A lining pop fly out for Eichenold. Sets up Aaron Baldwin, the 5'5" junior, playing first base for the Blazers. First pitch from Deering, swung on and missed, strike one. Trinity looking for their first hit of this ball game, trailing 2-0 in the second inning. Deering's pitch swung on, back into the fence, foul, 0-2. Baldwin hitting .368 this season, 21 runs knocked in, 12 runs scored, 7 doubles, 3 triples. She faces an 0-2 against Heather Deering. That one misses outside. It's 1-2 with 2 outs here in the second. And the 1-2 from Deering, that one swung on and fouled back into the fence. Gianna Caduti is on deck. Should Baldwin reach. The 1-2. Check swing, strike 3. Third strikeout for Heather Deering this ball game. A 1-2-3 second for the Trinity Blazers. It's still 2-0 Mater Dei as we head to the bottom of the second inning from the IHSA Class 3A semifinals. And welcome back to Mizuno Field at Eastside Center. Chase Machine facing Katie Hughes to start the bottom of the second inning. And first pitch swung on and taken by the first baseman Aaron Baldwin for out number 1. Katie Hughes goes down, which brings up Lauren Nedemeyer, the senior second baseman. She's also done a little pitching this season, a 2-4 record in the circle with a 4.83 ERA. First pitch high and inside, taken for a ball, 1-0. Lauren Nedemeyer, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Mater Dei scored twice in that first inning. An RBI single and a run scored on an error by the Knights. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Lays down a bunt. She's going to be tagged out. A tag made by the first baseman, Aaron Baldwin, accounting for both putouts here so far. And that brings up Alex Robin. And that pitch just misses. Back to the leadoff spot. Robin 0 for 1 today. Popped out in her first at bat. 2 outs here in the second inning. A 1-0 pitch from Machine. Hit back to Machine. She turns the throw to Baldwin at first base. It's a 1-2-3 inning. No hits, no runs, no errors. We go to the third from the IHSA Class 3A semifinals. Mater Dei 2, Trinity 0. And welcome back to the Eastside Center. We head to the top of the third inning. The Mater Dei Knights lead the Trinity Blazers 2-0. Gianna Caduti leads off for Trinity, followed by Monica Garcia and Taylor Golden. Caduti .365 this season. She's out in left field. 22 runs scored this season, 16 RBI, and a home run this year for the Blazers. Deering's first pitch to Caduti shows bunt. It's fouled back, 0-1. Trinity 3 times out of their 5 games of the postseason won by at least 10 runs. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Caduti, swung on and missed. They beat Chicago Clark in their opening round regional game 10-0, and then a 12-2 regional championship win over Evergreen Park, and a 14-1 super sectional win over Guerin Prep. Here's the pitch from Deering. A 1-1 pitch is ball 2, 2-1 to Gianna Caduti. 31 hits for Caduti on the year. The 2-1 pitch swung on, missed, strike 2. Blazers in the sectionals beat Glenbard South in the semis 6-2. 5-3 sectional title win over Riverside Brookfield. 2-2 pitch coming from Deering to Caduti. That one's fouled back into the fence, stays alive at 2-2. Mater Dei up 2-0. As Caduti digs back in, a 5-foot junior left fielder. Deering with 3 strikeouts in this ball game. Throws the 2-2. That's up high, just misses 3-2, brings the count full on Caduti. On deck is the catcher, Monica Garcia. Garcia, a sophomore. And the 3-2 pitch, swung on. That's a deep shot to left field, over the wall, home run, Gianna Caduti. Her second home run of the season. And that puts the Blazers on the board. It's a 2-1 ball game. A 3-2 pitch goes over the left field wall for Gianna Caduti. That puts the Blazers within a run of Mater Dei here in the third inning, 2-1. A blast over the left field wall. Monica Garcia in the on-deck circle. It's Timmerman and Deering talk in the circle. Timmerman puts her mask back on, sets up behind the plate. Now Garcia steps in. 5'5" sophomore. She's the catcher for the Blazers. First pitch by Deering up high, it misses. Garcia, .390 this season, 18 runs scored and 17 knocked in. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed, evens up the count at 1-1. Garcia has hit 2 out of the park this season. He's also sprayed 5 doubles. 1-1 pitch from Deering to Garcia. Swung on and missed, strike 2. 1-2 count. Garcia also doing a little pitching. She's 3-0 with a 3.09 ERA. 31 2/3 innings pitched. The 1-2 from Deering. Inside, almost got her. She stepped out of the way just in time. Bring the count to 2-2. Two-one ball game. 2-2 pitch, sprayed foul back into the fence. Mater Dei by a run here in the top of the third inning. First hit for the Blazers was that blast by Caduti. Deering's 2-2 to Garcia. Down low, and that caught her. So she's on base. Hit by a pitch. Coach Osborne comes out. We got a courtesy runner coming out for Garcia. And that courtesy runner will be Francesca Chimera. Taylor Golden, the new batter. In a 2-1 ball game. Top of the third inning. Francesca Chimera running at first for Monica Garcia, the catcher. So Golden steps in. She's the third base for the Blazers, a 5'7" senior. Here's the first pitch by Deering. Bunt back and an overthrow, and E1 by Deering, and now Chimera's going to advance to third. The throw is made, and that will move Golden over to second on the throw. So an error by Deering on the throw as it went wide to second base, and that allowed Chimera, the courtesy runner, all the way over to third. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Blazers, which brings up Abby Ramirez, the leadoff hitter. She fouls that one back into the fence. 2-1 ball game. Mater Dei leads, but Trinity threatening here with none out in the top of the third. 1 run is already scored. 2 in scoring position for Abby Ramirez, a .557 hitter, but 0 for 1 today. A line out in the first inning. That pitch just paints the strike zone for an 0-2 count. Abby Ramirez, the younger sister of Amanda Ramirez, who's the senior on deck. Ramirez pops that one. It's going to be sprayed out of play down the left field line. Brings an 0-2 count on Abby Ramirez. Just a freshman, but power. 4 home runs, 6 doubles, and 8 triples this season for Trinity High School out of River Forest. She faces an 0-2 pitch from Heather Deering. Misses up high. So a 1-2 count on Ramirez. Swings and misses, strikes her out. That's the 4th for Deering today. And that's the first out of the inning, which brings up older sister Amanda Ramirez, a 5'3" senior center fielder, 508 this season. She struck out in her first at bat. Runners at second and third with just 1 out. Pitch up high. Brings up a 1-0 count. Amanda Ramirez has a home run this season, 4 doubles, 24 RBI. The 1-0 pitch. Misses on the outside, 2-0. 1 down here in the 3rd inning, 2-1 Mater Dei. And the 2-0 pitch inside, it swings, but it gets away. The passed ball will score. Chamira from 3rd. So Chamira scores on the passed ball, which brings the score 2-2. Now runner at third base for Amanda Ramirez in a tie ball game. The 2-1 pitch just misses outside. Just barely 3-1 count on Amanda Ramirez. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. 4 Ks today by Heather Deering. The 3-1. That one just misses to walk Amanda Ramirez. And now Nicole Evans will step up. She's 0 for 1 with a pop out today. Just 1 out, runners on the corners for the Trinity Blazers. 2-2 ball game, top of the 3rd inning. Evans, a .475 hitter, takes ball 1 and a steal by Ramirez. Nicole Evans steps back in, facing an 0-1 by Deering. Strike 2. Look to check her swing. And 0-2 count, 1 out, top of the 3rd, 2-2 ball game. And the pitch is going to be swung on into right field, shallow right field, just out of the infield dirt. Catch is made for the 2nd out. Runners stay, respectively, at 2nd and 3rd. 2 down here in the 3rd. Vivi Castellanos, the second baseman, steps in. She struck out in her last at bat. 5:45 this season for the Blazers, who have tied it up here in the 3rd inning. 2-2 ball game. Pitch is inside. Ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that's a deep shot foul down the left field line. A lot of power behind that, as Vivi Castellanos was looking for her 15th home run of the season, 14 coming in. Runners at 2nd and 3rd for the Blazers, who have tied the ball game at 2 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. She reaches for that, swings and fouls, back into the fence, 1-2. One-two count with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Vivi Castellanos for the Blazers. She's 0 for 1 today. And she calls time. So Castellanos gets time for a moment. Swings and Deering back in on the pitching rubber. Looks to dig in for the 1-2 pitch. And the 1-2 is swung foul. One-two pitch as Castellanos stays alive. 2-2 ball game. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Here's the pitch from Deering, swung on, and that's a long shot over the left field fence. The 2nd home run of the inning. It's a 3-run homer for Vivi Castellanos, her 15th home run of the season and her 64th RBI. That breaks a 2-all tie to make it 5-2 in the third inning. River Forest Trinity scoring all 5 runs here in the third. A 3-run shot by Vivi Castellanos. That also scores Amanda Ramirez and Taylor Golden. 5-2 Trinity meeting in the circle for Mater Dei. Laura Eichenold, the DP, is up. She's 0 for 1 today. So the Blazers get 5 runs on 2 hits so far in this third inning, both by home runs. A solo shot by Caduti and a 3-run shot by Castellanos. 2 outs. Here in the third inning, Eichenold steps in. She lined out that line drive into the glove of shortstop Alexa Becker. She lays down a bunt. That's going to be fielded by Deering. The throw is in time for the third out of the inning. But 5 runs are in from the Blazers. 5 runs, 2 hits, and an error. It's Trinity 5, Mater Dei 2 from the IHSA Class 3A semifinals. And welcome back to Mizuno Field at the East Side Center, where it was a 5-run top of the third inning for the Trinity Blazers to take a 5-2 lead over the Mater Dei Knights. 2 long shots, a solo home run by Gianna Caduti, and then a 3-run home run by Vivi Castellanos. Lacey Albers leads off this third inning for Mater Dei, trailing now 5-2. She walked and scored in her first at bat. She takes the first pitch for ball 1 by Chase Machane. Mater Dei with 3 hits so far. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Machane, Albers scored on that run in her last at bat, which was reminiscent of a score that she made in the sectional semis against Troy Triad, as that's ball 2, 2-1 count on Lacey Albers. She circled the bases on a routine grounder and scored on 2 errors. She swings and hits that to third base, and it's bobbled. That allows Albers to reach on an E5. So Albers has taken advantage of a pair of errors in this ball game, scoring on an error in her first at bat, first time on base, and then now reaching base on an E5. Alexa Becker, the shortstop, steps in. She scored the 2nd run for the Knights. She takes ball 1. Becker reached on a single, and she'd come around to score on an RBI single by Heather Deering, who is on deck. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses, strike 1. Does paint that outside corner. A 1-1 count on Becker. Batting average coming in 500. She's got 6 home runs this season, and she hits that one deep to left field. It's going to be caught for out number 1. Heather Deering steps in with that RBI single in her first at bat, as Trinity has a 5-2 lead. Mater Dei was really tested in the postseason. As I mentioned earlier, not a game decided by less than 2 runs. They opened up with Mascuda, a 4-2 victory in the regional semis and a 4-3 regional championship win over Waterloo, as Deering takes ball 1 from Chase Machane. 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. In the sectionals, they defeated Troy Triad 2-1 and a 5-3 sectional title win over Mattoon. That swung on and hit into right field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Heather Deering has a pair of singles in this ball game. That allows Becker to head over to second. Teresa Schumacher, the new batter for the Knights, who popped out in her first at bat. She's 0 for 1. Courtesy runner going to come out for the pitcher, Deering. And that courtesy runner will be Mallory Mensing. Once again, her 2nd time courtesy running for Mater Dei. Schumacher 276 at the plate this season. 5 runs scored, 7 RBI. 3 doubles this year. 16 hits and 58 at-bats. First pitch by Machane. Misses down low. It's a 1-0 count to Schumacher. Runners on first and second for the Mater Dei Knights. 5-2 Trinity. And the 1-0 from Chase Machine, the freshman pitcher, drops down low for ball 2. Mater Dei in the Super Sectional beat Danville 4-2. That Super held at Chatham Glenwood. Here's a 2-0 pitch coming from Chase Machine on the 2-0. That one misses outside to bring the count 3-0. One out here in the bottom of the third inning. 5-2 ball game. The Blazers lead the Knights. On deck is Courtney Venhouse, a junior center fielder. The 3-0 pitch right down the middle. Strike one brings it 3-1. Deb Foote, the head coach for Mater Dei in her second stint at the Breese School based in Clinton County. As that pitch inside walks Schumacher. That loads the bases with one out here in the third. Courtney Venhouse steps up. She's 1 for 1 today with a single as the infield meets in the pitcher's circle. Venhouse, a .208 hitter, 12 runs, 10 RBI, 5 doubles this season. Played in 34 games, all 34, as the Knights come in with a 24-10 record. Foote's first season as head coach was back in 1979-80, and that stint lasted through the 84-85 season, and then started her second coaching stint back in the 2001 campaign. First pitch taken for a strike. Courtney Venhouse facing an 0-1 with the bases loaded. One out here in the third. A 5-2 ball game. Mater Dei looks to tie or take a lead here in this third inning. 2 runners in scoring position. Bases juiced. 1-1 count. Venhouse 1 for 1 today. A .208 hitter. Chase Machines. 1-1 pitch. Gonna drop down for ball 2. 2-1 pitch, 1 out, third inning. Here it comes from Machine. That pitch drops down, it's 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Chase Machine. That's going to be swung on, it's bobbled at third base, going to dribble into left field. That's going to score 2 runs. And the throw is off target. That's going to allow the runners to advance to second and third. So Venhouse reaches, and 2 runs are in. That makes it a 1-run game once again, 5-4. And E5 puts Venhouse on base. So Albers comes in to score the first run. And Heather Deering comes around to score the second run. Another error is charged. And that brings up Amber Timmerman. 5-4 ball game. The offense breaks loose here in the third inning. 5 runs were scored by Trinity in the top of the inning. And now so far, 2 have scored here in the bottom of the third with just 1 out. And 2 more runners are in scoring position for Amber Timmerman, the catcher. 4 errors by the Trinity defense this morning. High pop fly into shallow right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. That's going to be an RBI single for Timmerman. Just kind of hung high in the sky for an RBI single for Timmerman. And that ties the game at 5. That scores Schumacher from third. And Venhouse moves from second to third. Katie Hughes, the junior third baseman, steps in a tie ball game with a runner over at third base, still 1 out. Hughes is 0 for 1 today, popped out in her first at bat. Here's the first pitch to Hughes. And runner moves over to second base, Timmerman. Got a 1-0 count on Katie Hughes here with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3 runs already in for the Mater Dei Knights. Ties the game at 5. The 1-0 pitch right down that outside corner to 1-1. Hughes hit a 2-run single to left field in the 4th inning as the Knights rallied to defeat Danville in the Super Sectional, a 4-2 win. That pitch just misses high and inside. 2-1 count on Katie Hughes, a junior. Runner over at 3rd base. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 5-5 ball game. That hit is sprayed into center field and looking to score. She does. Throw to 3rd is going to be tagged out, so we've got a sac fly by Katie Hughes. And Venhouse comes around to score from 3rd on the sacrifice. And an injured player over at 3rd base. And that looks to be Trinity's 3rd baseman on that slide. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Mater Dei Knights. They take a 6-5 lead. We head to the 4th inning. The IHSA.TV. And welcome back to the East Side Center, the Class 3A state semifinals, where Mater Dei scores 4 runs in the 3rd inning to combat the 5 that were scored at the top of the frame by Trinity. The Knights lead 6-5 as we start the 4th inning with Erin Baldwin leading off, the junior first baseman for the Blazers. She sets to face Heather Deering. On deck is Gianna Caduti, who solo shot over left field, followed by Monica Garcia. First pitch swung on and missed by Baldwin for an 0-1 count. Taylor Golden would bat 4th. She was at 3rd base, was a little rattled by the slide and was slow to get off the field. So we'll see if she comes out to bat here, if she does reach the batter's box in this 4th inning. We've got an 0-2 count on Erin Baldwin. 6-5 lead for Mater Dei. Trinity at bat. That pitch just misses on the inside. 1-2 count. Baldwin struck out in her first at bat today. Antioch and Metamora meet up in the next semifinal. Both teams here as the 1-2 pitch is hit into center field, and that will drop, and that's going to be an extra base hit for Baldwin. She rounds first. She's going into second for a stand-up double. Erin Baldwin hits her 8th double of the season. So Baldwin in scoring position. The tying run here in the 4th inning brings up Gianna Caduti, who hit her 2nd home run of the season on a solo shot on a 3-2 pitch, and it was a shot over the left field wall. 6-5 ball game, Mater Dei. Coach Osborne talks with Caduti as he walks back into the 3rd base coaching box. Courtesy runner will come in for Erin Baldwin, and that will be number 1, Gabby Smart. Gabby Smart for the Trinity Blazers is a 5'2" freshman. She plays 2nd base. She scored 11 times this season. Here's the Deering pitch to Caduti. Misses 1-0. So Smart, the courtesy runner, out at 2nd base. The 1-0 pitch gets away, and Smart slides into 3rd on the passed ball. Two-0 count on Gianna Caduti now with a runner on 3rd base. No outs here in the 4th. That pitch missed. Strike hits the zone. That inside corner, 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Deering. She struck out 4, and that's a swinging strike 2. Gianna Caduti, 365 this season, 16 RBI. And the 2-2 from Deering. Up high and outside, 3-2. She extended into a full count in her first at bat. Runner on 3rd is courtesy runner Gabby Smart. The 3-2 pitch misses to walk Caduti. Runners on the corners for Monica Garcia, who was hit by a pitch in her first at bat. She moved over to third base on an E1 and then scored a run on a passed ball. Umpires going over to third base, discuss something, and home plate umpire Steve Varivi back behind the dish. Varivi from Aurora, joined by first base umpire Mary Sylvester and third base umpire Rich Peterson. Here's the first pitch, laid down, bunt foul, just out of the outstretched arms of a diving Amber Timmerman, the catcher. 0-1 count on Monica Garcia, the sophomore catcher for the Blazers, with runners at first and third, 0 outs in a 6-5 ball game. Here's the pitch from Deering, swung on, high pop fly, and that one will drift out of play down the left field fence line. Just a slight breeze here at Eastside Center. Temperatures expected to reach into the low 90s today with that dreaded humidity. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and the runner will move over to second. Caduti. No throw is made. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Deering, swung on into center field. That's back to the wall. The catch is made, and the runner has to tag at second. A run is in, and a safe call at second base. It looked like Becker, the shortstop who was covering second base, had her foot on the bag before Caduti slid back in. So they're going to brush second base off, and Caduti had to run all the way from third base from second, but the run is scored by Baldwin. And that ties the game at 6-6. So Baldwin tags from third base to score to bring the game 6-6. Caduti did not tag, had to make it back and just beat the throw to second base. So another time is called, and the infield will come in. 6-6 as that deep fly ball to the center field wall scores Aaron Baldwin to tie the game up at 6 apiece. 6 runs in the third and fourth innings combined for River Forest Trinity, and they've scored 6 runs on just 3 hits. Mater Dei scored 2 runs in the first inning, 4 in the third. And they've done so. They've scored 6 runs on 5 hits, but they've taken advantage of 4 Trinity errors today. So the defense back in place. Heather Deering and her battery mate Amber Timmerman. The Blazers will bring up Taylor Golden, the third baseman. And Golden has 1 out with a runner on second base. 6-6 ball game here in the first Class 3A semifinal on IHSA.TV. Golden reached on an E1 in her first at bat, came around to score. First pitch taken for a ball, 1-0. Antioch and Metamora meet up in the next semifinal, and then later this evening, our Class 4A state semifinal, swinging strike 1 by the senior third baseman Taylor Golden. It's a 1-1 count. So Golden steps back in and faces the 1-1. Runner moving, throw down to third is gonna be out. She is tagged. Nice play made by Mater Dei third baseman Katie Hughes to apply the tag for the second out of the inning on Gianna Caduti. So 2 outs, the 1-2 pitch from Deering. A chopper back to the circle, and Deering throws to first in time. That's the end of the top of the fourth inning. 1 run is in for the Trinity Blazers as they tie the game back up 6-6. We head to the bottom of the fourth with Mater Dei next up on IHSA.TV. And welcome back to the Eastside Center at Mizuno Field. I'm Bo Spencer for IHSA.TV. We've got a 6-6 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Trinity ties it up at the top of the frame as Lauren Nettemeyer leads off this fourth for Mater Dei. Chase Machane's pitch is swung on and missed by Nettemeyer, who lined out on a bunt in her first at bat. Nettemeyer 2-11 this season, 10 runs scored, 12 RBI. She has shown some power with a home run and 4 doubles and a triple. Little check swing there by Nettemeyer, fouls it down the third base line, 0-2. On deck for Mater Dei, Alex Robin, the left fielder, followed by Albers, the right fielder. Nettemeyer 0 for 1 today, facing an 0-2, Chase Machane. That pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout for Machane today brings up Alex Robin. Machane 23 pitching victories this season for Trinity with a sub-2 ERA. Pitched 157 2/3 innings coming into this weekend. One out here in the bottom of the fourth, Alex Robin facing Machane. First pitch down the middle, strike 1. Robin is 0 for 2 today. Popped out in her first at bat, lined out in her second. 0-1 on Robin with 1 down here in the bottom of the fourth inning, a 6-6 game. That pitch just misses down low. It's a 1-1 count. Metamora and Antioch gearing up for the next semifinal. That pitch is swung on down the third base line. Throw to first is made on the 5-3 putout. Taylor Golden fielding that down the third base line. And Lacey Albers steps in with 2 down to the fourth. She's reached base twice today on a walk and an error. And she's also scored 2 of the 6 runs. She scored both times on base for Mater Dei. 28 runs now on the season as she takes strike 1. 0-1 from Chase Machane. She readies the delivery, and that misses to bring the count even at 1-1. 2 down here in the fourth inning. Tie game 6-6. Mater Dei's Lacey Albers swings on and hits that one foul back into the fence to bring the count 1-2. Only 3 seniors in this Mater Dei lineup, as they set a school record 24 wins this year. Albers with a 1-2 count. The pitch from Machane swung on. That's a drive into center field for the putout. Is made by Amanda Ramirez. It's a 1-2-3 fourth inning, 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 errors. We head to the fifth on IHSA.TV. And welcome back to Mizuno Field at the Eastside Center for the Class 3A semifinals between Mater Dei and Trinity. It's a 6-6 ball game, top of the fifth inning. Leadoff hitter Abby Ramirez, the freshman shortstop, is at the plate. First pitch from Deering is lined into left field for her first hit of the day. Ramirez breaks an 0 for 2 skid as she came in batting .557. She's now 1 for 3. Base hit puts Abby Ramirez on base, and her older sister Amanda Ramirez, the senior center fielder, will step in. She's 0 for 1 today with a walk. Also scored a run. And fouls that one back into the fence, 0-1 count on Amanda Ramirez, the 5'3 senior. Six to 6 here in the top of the fifth inning. The Blazers have scored in the last 2 innings. After 2 scoreless innings, Ramirez puts that into center field for a single. So both Ramirez sisters are on base with a pair of base hits. And Nicole Evans steps up with 2 on and none out. 0 for 2 day for Nicole Evans. She popped out in each at bat. .475 hitter this season, 47 hits in 99 at bats. She's knocked in 46 runs this season. And she powers that down left field, and that's going to drift foul. A long drive down left field. That's been the hot spot for this Trinity team, who's knocked 2 out of the park already. Vivi Castellanos had a 3-run shot. Gianna Caduti had a solo shot, both over the left field wall, and these aren't just over the wall. These are long balls by the Trinity Blazers. Evans shows bunt this time, and that's going to be a single for Nicole Evans on the bunt. A bunt single loads the bases. Nicole Evans, how about that formidable freshman duo? Evans, a freshman right fielder, 475 and 14 home runs this season, and Abby Ramirez, the other freshman for Trinity, who's over at third base now, 557 coming in. Vivi Castellanos had a 3-run homer. She's got the bases loaded with none out, and she takes the first pitch from Heather Deering for ball 1. Castellanos 1 for 2 today. Hit her 15th home run of the season. She now has 64 runs knocked in. Swinging for the fences on that pitch, and it's a swinging strike 1, 1-1. Bases loaded, 0 outs in the top of the 5th for Trinity High School, based out of River Forest. Here's the 1-1 from Deering. She'll take that for ball 2. 3 singles by the Blazers in this 5th inning. Castellanos readies for the 2-1 pitch by Deering. Powers that into center field. That's a shallow outfield hit. It's going to be an RBI. The base is still loaded. 1 run is in on an RBI single by Castellanos. That scored our leadoff hitter, Abby Ramirez, from third. So Vivi Castellanos with a 2 for 3 days so far, and now it's Laura Eichenold up, who's 0 for 2. With the bases loaded, still 0 outs, and Trinity takes a 7-6 lead. And the officials, the umpires, will congregate over near between shortstop and the pitcher's circle. The infield is in. We have the bases loaded for Trinity, who leads now 7-6 on an RBI single by Vivi Castellanos that scored Abby Ramirez. Trinity 7 runs on 7 hits and an error. So the umpires will head back to their respective positions, and Eichenold, the senior DP, will step into the batter's box for the Trinity Blazers. And the first pitch from Heather Deering swung on, and that's popped up and out of play. Hits the roof. The press box sitting beyond the bleachers behind home plate. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. And you can see that building in the backdrop behind home plate, the east side center sign. The 0-2 pitch swung on, and that one's popped back and out of play. 0-2 count with the bases loaded, 0 outs for River Forest Trinity, who takes a 1-run lead in this 5th inning. The 0-2 pitch swung on, and that's a drive down the left field line, foul, drifting out of play. Eichenold stays alive on an 0-2 count. Eichenold had a line drive pop out in her first at bat, lined out in her second at bat, and she's hitting .478 coming in. That's on 22 hits and 46 at bats. 13 RBI, 18 runs for Eichenold, a senior. Here's the 0-2 from Deering. Swung on a high pop fly at the outreach of the infield dirt, taken by Becker at shortstop for out number 1. That brings up Erin Baldwin with 1 down here in the 5th inning. Baldwin, the junior first baseman, hit a double and scored a run in her last at bat. With 1 out, she pops that one as that one just drifts over beyond the dugouts. An 0-1 count to Baldwin. Baldwin .368 this season. 32 hits and 87 at bats. She's hit 7, now 8 doubles, and a trio of triples on the year. facing an 0-1 on Heather Deering, who struck out 4 batters in this ball game. Trinity was scoreless in the first 2 frames, scored 5 runs in the third. That one fouled back into the fence. 1 run in the fourth, and so far a run in the fifth, but just 1 out in the bases loaded for Aaron Baldwin. And actually, Baldwin's courtesy runner, Gabby Smart, scored the run as she was on the base paths. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Deering. That one's up high, misses. Ball gets away from Deering in the circle. She chases it down, grabs it before any runners advance. So Baldwin readies to face a 1-2 pitch from Deering. Here it is, outside, gets away. That's going to be a passed ball, and a run will score. So coming in to score for the Blazers is Amanda Ramirez from third base. And she scores that on a passed ball. Pitch to Baldwin, miss, gets her on the called strike 3 on the 2-2 pitch. So Baldwin sat down with the 5th strikeout by Heather Deering. Brings up Gianna Caduti. 8-6 ball game, 2 down here in the 5th inning. 2 runs are in for the Blazers, 2 runners in scoring position. Caduti takes ball 1. Caduti a solo shot on a 3-2 pitch in the first inning. She walked, brought the count full in that at bat. That one, long fly ball down the left field line, well out of play. Brings the count to 1-1 on Gianna Caduti. With 2 down here in the 5th inning, the Blazers take an 8-6 lead in the top of the 5th frame. Here's Caduti's pitch, showing bunt, fouled back. So the runners over at third is Nicole Evans. She reached on a bunt single. And Vivi Castellanos is at second after reaching base on an RBI base hit. Caduti, 1 for 1 today with a walk. The 1-2 pitch down low, misses, 2-2, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. Gianna Caduti with now 2 home runs on the season. 6 doubles and 3 triples. The 2-2 pitch swung on, and that's a drive into left field. That's going to hang up for the 3rd out of the inning. But 2 runs are in the top of the 5th inning as the Trinity Blazers take an 8-6 lead over the Mater Dei Knights in the Class 3A state semifinals on IHSA.TV. And welcome back to the Eastside Center at Mizuno Field. It's a 8-6 ball game with Trinity leading Mater Dei. The bottom of the 5th, Alexa Becker leads off, the junior shortstop, making some great plays in the field. At the plate, she's 1 for 2, scoring a run for the Knights. First pitch from Machine is in for a strike, 0-1. Becker singled in her first at bat, later scoring. Part of a 2-run first inning for the Mater Dei Knights. That pitch misses up high, it's a 1-1 count. Mater Dei scored twice in the first inning, 4 runs in the 3rd inning, while Trinity has scored in each of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th frames. Here's the pitch from Machine, a freshman pitcher for Trinity. Drops to the dirt for ball 2. It's a 2-1 count on Alexa Becker, who's followed by Heather Deering and Teresa Schumacher in the lineup. The 2-1 pitch swung on, that's hit foul back just beyond the fence. 2-2 count on Becker. Becker popped out in her last at bat. Antioch and Metamora in the next semifinal in Class 3A, then a break before the Class 4A semifinals begin. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on, and that's high pop flying into the infield, and that's taken by the second baseman, Castellanos. One away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. An 8-6 ball game. And that brings up Heather Deering. Deering is 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run today. Has 1 out and the base is empty here in the 5th. The Knights trail 8-6. Again, Mater Dei no stranger to close games, as all 5 of their postseason games were decided by either 1 or 2 runs. And that's a drive by Deere left field. A low-hanging liner is taken by the left fielder Gianna Caduti for out number 2. Brings up Teresa Schumacher. Schumacher with 2 outs. He is 0 for 1 today. She walked, also scored a run. That pitch is swung on and hit foul. And it's 0-1. Schumacher, a right-handed batter, a sophomore. Has an 0-1 count. Pitch by Machine. Drops in for a strike. 0-2 on Teresa Schumacher. Assistant coaches for Mater Dei are James Arnold and Jessica Foote. Head coach Deb Foote. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on. That's going to drop into the glove of right fielder Nicole Evans. A 1-2-3 5th inning. We head to the 6th. It's an 8-6 lead for River Forest Trinity on IHSA.TV. And welcome back to the Eastside Center. As you can see, the Mater Dei Knights cheering section here at Eastside Center, Mizuno Field, where Mater Dei looking to rally back in this ballgame, trailing 8-6. River Forest Trinity at bat, which is Monica Garcia leading off. Sacrifice flying her last plate appearance. She lines that to shortstop. Becker's throw to first is there for out number 1. Brings up Taylor Golden, the third baseman. As Coach Osborne going to come in, and a pinch hitter will step in, Grace Cortina. And Grace Cortina will be the pinch hitter. She's a 5'5" sophomore. Here in the top of the 6th inning. And Cortina this season hitting .509 in 55 at-bats, 28 hits. She scored 10 runs and knocked in 14. She swings and misses on the first pitch by Heather Deering, who was struck out 5 today. 9 doubles for Grace Cortina. And again, above 500 average, .509. Second pitch swung on and missed. Brings the count 0-2 with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. An 8-6 lead for the Trinity Blazers. Cortina batting from the right side, swings and misses, strike 3. 3 straight pitches. Sets her down, and Deering picks up her 6th K of the game. Abby Ramirez, the leadoff hitter, takes strike 1. She's 1 for 3 today with a single. That came in her last at bat, scoring a run. The 0-1 from Deering. Lays down a bunt. Deering fields it. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. And it's a 1-2-3 6th inning. 8-6 Trinity on IHSA.TV. And welcome back to Mizuno Field at the Eastside Center. There's a crowd shot of the Trinity Blazers fans, who have an 8-6 lead over Mater Dei. The Knights looking to rally back as Courtney Venhouse leads off, facing Trinity freshman Chase Machine, and a liner into left field is a base hit for Venhouse, her second single of the ball game. She's 2 for 2, also reached on an error this game and scored a run, that time on base. Amber Timmerman, the catcher, steps up with that runner Venhouse on first base. Mater Dei trails by a pair of runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Chase Machine, a freshman pitcher, in the circle for Trinity. Showing bunt, fouls it back down the first base line. 0-1 count on Timmerman, who had an RBI single in her last at bat, and she was tagged out at third base for the final out of that inning. And that's when third baseman for the Trinity Blazers went down. Limped off the field, but she was okay. Taylor Golden. That pitch misses up high. It's a 1-1 count to Timmerman, a junior. So we mentioned just 3 seniors in this modern-day lineup. 1-1 from Machine to Timmerman. Swung on, fouled back into the fence. 1-2 count to Amber Timmerman. Runner on first is Venhouse, reaching on a single. Timmerman steps back into the batter's box, readies for the 1-2 from Machine. Chase Machine. Readies, here's the pitch. Swung on, that's hit high and out of play behind the plate. Stays alive at 1-2. 8-6 ball game. River Forest Trinity on top of Breese Mater Dei. 7 hits for the Blazers, 6 for the Knights. 1-2 from Machine to Timmerman. Down low, it's 2-2. The Trinity defense has 4 errors, but those were all made earlier in this ball game. The last couple frames, the defense has been solid by the Blazers. 2-2 pitch coming from Machine. That's down low, 3-2. And there goes Taylor Golden, the third baseman for the Blazers. Fist pumping Chase Machine, and back in their positions. 3-2 count coming. Machine against Timmerman. Timmerman swung on and hit foul down the third base line. So Timmerman stays alive for the Mater Dei Knights on a full count. Chase Machine, 35 games this season. Playing in all of them. 23-5 pitching record, 1.95 ERA. Throws the 3-2 pitch. It's going to miss to walk Amber Timmerman. Second time on the base paths for Amber Timmerman today, which brings up Katie Hughes, who popped out in her first at bat, hit a sacrifice fly in her last at bat. Hughes hitting .216 coming into this weekend state finals. Has runners at first and second with none out, bottom of the 6th inning. Machine's pitch showing bunt, fielded by Machine. Throw to first is there, as she sacrifices over both Timmerman to second, Venhouse to third. And a sac bunt for Katie Hughes puts 2 runners in scoring position for the Mater Dei Knights. Lauren Nettemeyer up, who's 0 for 2 today. 1 down here in the 6th inning. Ball scatters away from Trinity catcher Monica Garcia, but she picks it up before any runners could advance. It just dribbled a few inches away from the dish. 1-0 count to Nettemeyer, who lined out on a bunt attempt in her first at bat. Struck out in her last at bat. That pitch rung up for a strike 1. 1-1 count on Nettemeyer, the second baseman, a senior for Mater Dei, 1 of 3. .211 hitter this season, 10 runs, 12 RBI. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and line foul. 1-2 on Nettemeyer. She has hit 1 home run this season, 4 doubles and 3 triples. Has 16 hits and 76 at-bats. She's got a runner over at third base in Venhouse, and a runner at second. As that pitch drops and gets away, 1 run will come in, and it's an 8-7 ball game as Venhouse comes in on the wild pitch. And advancing to third is Timmerman. So now Timmerman over to third. One out here in the 6th inning. 2-2 count on Nettemeyer. Machine's pitch. Swung on, a high pop fly. Won't even get to the pitcher's circle, and Machine with the putout. That brings up Alex Robin, the junior left fielder. the leadoff hitter for the Mater Dei Knights. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Mater Dei has tacked another run on the board to bring it to within a run, 8-7. The lefty Robin takes the first pitch from Machine, rung up for a strike. Runner on third base is Timmerman. And Machine readies for the 0-1. With 2 outs here in the 6th inning. A dribbler back through. Throw to first is in time. But 1 run is in for the Mater Dei Knights. That puts them within a run, 8-7. We go into the final inning, 7th inning coming up. You're listening to the IHSA Class 3A State Semifinals on IHSA.tv. And welcome back to the East Side Center at Mizuno Field. I'm Bo Spencer with the Trinity Blazers have an 8-7 lead over the Mater Dei Knights. As we start the 7th inning, Amanda Ramirez will lead off this inning for the Blazers. She's 1 for 2, a single in her last at-bat. She scored 2 runs after walking in her second at-bat. She sprays that one foul back into the fence. It's 0-1. Nicole Evans, the freshman, on deck. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one sprayed down the third base line by Ramirez. Foul, 0-2. The Ramirez, Evans, Castellanos here in the 7th inning for River Forest Trinity. Heather Deering with 6 strikeouts for the Mater Dei Knights. Readies for the 0-2 pitch. And that is sprayed to second base for the putout. Glove just barely off the ground, but a nice play made by Lauren Nettemeyer, the second baseman. Nicole Evans steps in. Nicole is 1 for 3 today. Reached on a bunt single in her last at-bat, popped out in her first 2 plate appearances. Blazers have 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Lead by a run, 8-7. Hits that one foul back into the fence. Most runs in a game in Class 3A was 6 back in 2008. It was Matt Toon against Glenbard South. Today, both teams with 6+ runs in an 8-7 game, as that's a high drive into left field, and that one is over the wall. A home run by Nicole Evans, her 15th of the season. A solo shot for the freshman right fielder, and we've got a 9-7 ball game. 15th home runs hit by both Castellanos and Nicole Evans today. As that is the 3rd home run hit by Trinity in this ball game. Castellanos, Caduti, and Evans each going long for the Blazers. As the coaches will meet in the infield with the Mater Dei Knights, who now trail by 2 runs in the 7th inning, 9-7. 3 home runs hit by the Trinity Blazers, which sets a new record in the state tournament game. 1 home run back in 2008 at Mattoon Glenbard South game. 3 hit by the Blazers. Vivi Castellanos steps in with her team up 9-7. 1 out here in the 7th. Castellanos 2 for 3 day with a home run and 4 RBI. Trinity pounding out 8 hits today. That 1-0 pitch misses for a 2-0 count. Heather Deering back into the circle facing Vivi Castellanos. That pitch on the outside, it misses. Most hits in a tournament game in Class 3A is 10. Limestone did that in the 2008 semis. The 3-0 pitch misses. That walks Castellanos. So she's on base for the 3rd time, which brings up Laura Eichenold with 1 out. She's 0 for 3 today, aligning pop fly in the first at-bat, line out in the second at-bat, popped out in her last at-bat. First pitch, strike one on Eichenold with a runner on first, Vivi Castellanos. 0-1 count on Laura Eichenold, a 5'4" senior. She's the DP, lays down a bunt. That's going to be a sac bunt for Eichenold. And Castellanos is now hung up between second and third, and she will move to third base with no one covering the bag at third. So a sac bunt moves Castellanos to second, and then she moves over to third with no one covering the bag. Aaron Baldwin steps up. She's 1 for 3 with a double, striking out twice today. That pitch by Baldwin will hang up for the third out into center field. 1 run on a solo shot by River Forest Trinity's Nicole Evans, the freshman, and that makes it a 9-7 lead. Mater Dei needs 2 runs to keep this one going. Bottom of the 7th coming up from the IHSA Class 3A state semifinals on IHSA.tv. And welcome back to the Eastside Center. There's a shot of Mater Dei head coach Deb Foote in her 16th season for the Knights, her second stint as the Breese Mater Dei head coach. As Lacey Albers leads off, the senior right fielder, popped out in her first at bat. She's reached twice on a walk and an error. She drives that one into left field for the 7th hit for the Mater Dei Knights, as they trail by 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Single into left field for Lacey Albers brings up Alexa Becker, a 500 hitter, 1 for 3 today. 18 extra base hits for Becker. She's scored 32 times this season. Now 33 with today's game, 31 runs knocked in. High pitch will miss the strike zone, 1-0. 9-7 ball game. Becker the batter on the 1-0. That one just misses for a 2-0 count on the junior shortstop, who's made a couple nice plays out of the field for the Mater Dei Knights. 2-0 pitch coming from Chase Machane, a freshman for River Forest Trinity. And that pitch brings her up for strike one, 2-1 on Becker. Hit a single in her first at bat, scored a run, and has popped out in her last 2 plate appearances. Has a runner at first base. 0 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Chopper back through the infield, and a tag out made at second. The throw not going to be in time, so a fielder's choice for Alexa Becker. Brings up Heather Deering. One out here in the 7th inning. Bottom of the frame, 9-7 Trinity. Heather Deering the batter. An RBI single in her first at bat, a single, scoring a run in her second at bat. She hits that one foul back into the fence. With 1 down to the bottom of the 7th inning, Mater Dei looking to rally from a 2-run deficit, trailing Trinity 9-7. And Becker is on board at first base, reaching on a fielder's choice. That pitch will drop in for strike 2, an 0-2 count on Deering, who is 2 for 3 this morning. Deering, the starting pitcher for Mater Dei. 0-2 from Machane as she readies. And that pitch will paint the outside corner, just missing, 1-2. 1-2 count on Heather Deering. Bottom of the 7th inning, 1 out, 9-7 ball game. Runner at first. Machane readies the 1-2. The hit into left field. It will drop in the glove, and Becker will tag back up at first, not advancing. 2 outs now for Mater Dei. Teresa Schumacher steps up in her 4th at bat. She's 0 for 2 with a walk and also a run scored. Schumacher .276 this season, 16 hits in 58 at bats. She's appeared in 16, now 17 games this season, and just a sophomore. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Alexa Becker, the runner on first for the Mater Dei Knights. They trail 9-7. Mashane's pitch hangs up high and inside for ball 1. Schumacher has 3 doubles this season for Mater Dei. Facing a 1-0 pitch, and that one will just miss down low and outside for a 2-0 count. Antioch and Metamora meeting up in the next semifinal, the 2 winners advancing to tomorrow's Class 3A state championship game. About a noon start tomorrow. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Mashane, swung on, hit high in the air, that will do it. And the River Forest Trinity Blazers will advance to the Class 3A state championship game as they celebrate down the first base line, a 9-7 victory as they hold off the Breese Mater Dei Knights. 9 runs for Trinity on 8 hits and 1 error. Mater Dei scoring 7 runs on 7 hits and took advantage of 4 errors but come up 2 runs short. Mater Dei will play tomorrow morning in the 3rd place game, followed by the state title game, which will feature River Forest Trinity against the winner of our next game, Antioch and Metamora.